Have you ever felt like your own family turned against you? Well, let me tell you. My golden child sister managed to do just that, and it completely shattered our family dynamics. So let me set the scene for you. I grew up in a pretty typical household, but like many families, we had our own dynamics. My sister was always the one who could do no wrong, a straight-A student, the star athlete, and the one who could charm anyone with just a smile. It was like she had this halo around her, while I was just there trying to find my place. My parents would rave about her accomplishments and often compared me to her. It didn't take long for me to feel like I was living in her shadow, and their love for her felt so overwhelming that it left me feeling invisible and unappreciated. It got to a point where I felt like I was fighting for their affection and attention, and honestly, it was exhausting. Rising action. As time went on, the favoritism became more apparent. I remember one Christmas when my sister got this amazing new phone while I received a pair of socks. I know it sounds petty, but it wasn't just about the gifts. It was about the love behind them. My parents gushed about how hard my sister worked to earn that phone, while I sat there feeling like I was being punished for not being her. There were countless incidents like that. When she wanted to join the school play, my parents were all in attending every rehearsal, while I was left to fend for myself when I joined the basketball team. I remember one time when I scored the winning basket in a game, and my parents weren't there. They were at my sister's play cheering her on. I felt that familiar sting of rejection, and it only fueled my resentment. I tried to talk to my parents about how I felt, but each time my sister would swoop in, sharing all her achievements, and they would forget about me. It felt like I was screaming into a void and no one was listening. Then came the day that changed everything. My sister was about to graduate high school, and my parents were organizing this huge celebration. They were so excited and had planned this big surprise party for her. I thought, okay, this is great, she deserves it. But when they told me they wanted me to help with the planning, I was like, wait, what about me? I was feeling so overshadowed and I just snapped. I confronted my parents about how they never celebrated my achievements, how they never cared about my feelings. It turned into this massive explosion of emotions. My sister was in the other room and overheard everything. Instead of showing compassion, she burst in and claimed I was just jealous of her success. That hit me like a ton of bricks. My parents sided with her, saying I should be proud and supportive. It felt like the final blow. I was devastated and completely alone in that moment. Falling action. After that day, things changed drastically in our household. My parents were distant and my sister acted like I didn't exist. I felt this massive chasm growing between us. I distanced myself from them, spending more time with friends who actually appreciated me. I started focusing on my own hobbies and interests, trying to rebuild my self-esteem. It wasn't easy and I often felt the ache of loneliness. I had to remind myself that my worth wasn't tied to my family's approval. I sought out support from friends and even found a therapist who helped me navigate my feelings. Slowly, I began to accept that I couldn't change how my family treated me, but I could change the way I saw myself. Looking back now, I realized that the whole experience taught me so much about love, acceptance, and self-worth. I learned that being the golden child comes with its own set of pressures and expectations. I also recognized that it's okay to prioritize my own happiness and surround myself with people who uplift me. It wasn't easy reconciling with my family, but I've come to terms with the fact that their love doesn't define me. I'm proud of who I am in the journey I've taken. Call to action, CTA. Alright folks, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like the black sheep in your family? How did you cope with it? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to hear more personal stories and insights, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our little community. Thanks for watching.